Imagine God would not punish you for sinning, and there's no rewards for not sinning. Imagine that was the case. Who's the one who created you and gave you life and gave you blessings and gave you the tools that you have? God. And in reality, we don't own these things that God gave us. He owns them. We're borrowing it from Him. That's why the Holy Quran uses the word وَخَوَّلْنَاكُمْ. What does خَوَّلْنَاكُمْ mean? God says everything that you have in your life, your money, your property, your kids, your family, that's not your real property. It's a loan that I give you. It's something that I give you to borrow. You borrow it from me. Now, if somebody gives you a gift, a valuable gift, and you take that gift against that person, and you use it against that person, and to violate that person, how do you feel about that? Isn't this an act of betrayal? When God has given you everything, forget the rewards, forget the punishments. Just remember that the hands that you're going to use to sin, the eyes you're going to use to sin, the ears, the tongue, the feet, they're not yours, they're God's. How can I use God's property to sin against Him? Let this arouse a feeling of indignation in you. That's one way to keep yourself in check. Feel ashamed about it. Just remember the next time there is a temptation, there's a sin that's pulling you, just keep that in mind. My hands, my eyes, they're not mine, they're God's. They're God's. And on top of all that, they will witness on the Day of Judgment. Don't think you can get away with doing misdeeds and sins. We have very clear verses in the Quran that on the Day of Judgment, your own skin, your own hands, your own body parts will witness against you. If someone hasn't repented, of course. If you repent, God is forgiving and He will protect your dignity. But when we sin, our body parts are going to witness against us. Can we handle that? Imagine standing before 7 billion people and your hands, your eyes, your body parts will speak to those people and say what you did. Can you handle this position?